afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Kauffie Company. It is a scorching day today. Highest today of 28 degrees centigrade on the thermometer thingy-majig. It's a warm one. It's a warm one. It's a nice one. The sun is shining. I'm boiling hot in here. But it's always a good day to be alive at the Kauffie Company. It's always a great time. We're chilling, maxing, and relaxing. We've been on Kate's show for her 1 year anniversary of starting her show. So a massive congratulations to her, of course. And yeah, we're going to get through the chat and we're going to see who's in the audience this afternoon. But we're just going to have a chill one. If Bobby, or because I see Bobby is in the audience, but I think Bobby is doing his grocery shopping at this moment in time. So if he wants to join, he can do. But Monday's always busy for Bobby. So let's see who's in the chat this afternoon. We got It's Bobby K. It's Bobby K. Big up, mate. We got Kuva. Rest up, buddy. Rest up. Good to see you. But rest up, mate. Rest up. We got Ian Ferguson, YouTube members in the chat. Bobby is also a YouTube member. So thank you to everyone for being a YouTube member. Good to see you, Ian. My brother's in the house. Benton, Wilbert. Good to see you, Will. No, it isn't really. We've got Lee Smithby Smith. Ciao, ciao. Comment va. I know Lee is going to France and they're going to draw him like one of their French girls. So enjoy it, France, sir. Hopefully have a good time over there. We've got the Mile High Hotspur. Leo! Hi, Leo! Hi, Leo! Good to see you. Good to see you. We got Just a Harmless Potato. Good to see you, Spuddy. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. We got Flower Power is in the audience. Good to see you, James. Hopefully you enjoyed your wonderful holiday at Disney. I hope the kids loved it. I bet they did. I bet they actually had an absolute blast over there. Let us know everything. Let us know if you had a great time. I know you had a great time. And you're out of the hot weather. Be back into the hot weather, but it will be a lot easier for you. That's for certain. We have Phil P. Woo! Good to see you, Phil. Hopefully you're well. Happy Mondays. Happy Mondays. We got Carl Higgins. Not seen you in a while, Carl, but hopefully you're good, buddy. Hopefully you're good. Shem Chang, afternoon. Ben Giovanni. Good to see you, Shem. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. And we've got Ahi. Good to see you, Ahi. If you want the link, I'll send you the link. As always welcome. But first, I've got to make myself a coffee. Yeah, absolutely. I had an amazing time. What was your favourite? If you want to jump on, James, send me a message and I'll ping you the link and we can have a Disney chat. Love it, but you're probably working. We can have a chat. I always love chatting Disney. So, yes. What was your favourite thing about being at Disney? Send it via email, okay? Via email. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you, Jason Bell, YouTube member. I'm going to make myself an ice one today. I'm going to make one on ice rather than... Oh, no, I can't. I've got no ice. Shit. I had to clean my ice machine. I have until Alana wakes up. So send me the link, mate. Send James the link. I'm going to have a cold one then. That's not just a hot one. We'll do a hot one. Why is that not clean? Okay. Damn washing machines. Need to clean the washing machine, I think, today as well. That is a plan. I can do that. Good afternoon, Jesse. Hopefully you're well, miss. Hopefully you're well. Congratulations for hitting 1,000 subscribers. Big ups. Good to see ya. Great stuff, Jesse. Great stuff. So I've got myself a coffee that send via WhatsApp. Okay, I can do that. Send one to James and send one to Achi. We can have a hangout session. But good to see you, Jesse. Good to see you. WhatsApp is loaded. Command C. And then we got James Flower Power. Oh, I've disconnected my microphone. I need to fix my USB-C port. Here we go. There we go. Sent a link to Brian. Great stuff, Cooves. Great stuff, mate. Cheers, buddy. Cooves being the administrator. I like it. My man Cooves. How is everyone? I've got the summer look. The summer look is here. I've got the bucket hat on. I've got the Mario shirt. I've got shorts on even. I'm wearing shorts at work. I hate it. Really, I should have gone linen. I should have gone linen trousers. That would have been chic. I think that would have been chic. We have Achi. Yalla.
Good morning. How are we doing?
We're doing good. We're chilling out. We're having a good time. The sun is shining. And we're going to have a good afternoon, I think. We're going to watch the new House of Dragon after this stream and do some work. And it should be fun.
Nice. Nice. I've got to sort out all my details for my passport.
Yeah. I've done the same thing. I'm going to get a nice blue one.
Well, guess what, mate? To get a new passport for me, because it's outside, big up my brother, James. It's cost me over 200 quid.
Yeah. How much?
Over 200 to have it
That's
done.
That's about right, to be honest, because my passport, because I went to the local shop, it cost me £88 for the passport, 88 quid for the passport, and 40 quid for them to do it for me and to send off the form and stuff. So it's only a tiny bit more. So
yeah, the last time I renewed a passport was £88.
It is 88 quid.
No, I'm saying the whole thing that I'm having to do via.
Well, that's how much it does cost. It still costs that, Brian. But it's the overseas cost and sending forms off and post.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Rip off.
James, what's happening, sir? Welcome to the channel. This is your debut.
I'm very well. How are you guys?
We're doing good. How was Disney?
Unbelievable.
What was your favorite? We're going to start, but what was your favorite part of Disney?
I'm
going to ask you many questions.
It's a bit cheesy, but probably just spending it with my family and not working.
Yeah. You can be cheesy at Disney, can't you?
Well, I've started. I mean, Brian and that knows. I started my own business in October, and since October, I haven't stopped. Like literally, been trying my best. So it was really nice just to go away with my family and just chill. Well, I say chill. There's no chilling.
Well, it's chilling when the best part of being at Disney is it's boiling hot, but then you go in a building and you hit by ultra air conditioning. Like Canada has air conditioning everywhere as well, but Florida, like it's the best. You go in there, it's just like instantly. You shake uncontrollably how good it feels.
Every shop is the same merch, but you just can't help but go in every shop because of the aircon.
Yeah, it's brilliant. What was your favourite park?
Universal was my favourite.
Wrong.
No, Well, it's hard to say because if I'm saying by a park, my favourite park was probably Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it was good.
If you're going by like the whole park, what I found with Disney, they have one major ride per park, if that makes sense. Like
I disagree. There's loads of good rides per park.
No, but I mean, the theming wise, I feel like there's Epcot had Nemo. Have you been to Nemo?
Yes.
That's incredible. That is my kind of ride. That is amazing. Yeah. And then it had Gardens of the Galaxy, which was amazing.
I didn't get to go on it because it was still you have to book it, so that I missed that.
Well, the first day we said, we'll go Epcot because that was obviously they voted the worst park there. So we thought, we'd do Epcot.
Really?
Walk around.
Epcot's
yeah.
my favourite. Epcot for me. Epcot. Epcot is the only park I will physically almost share. My favourite ride in the Epcot park has always been the Canada ride because I love Canada and I always loved the idea of it. This was before I met Brian. I met Brian. My brother even loves that ride as well. You go in there and it shows you how beautiful Canada is, and I've shown Brian. There's videos over it, and they go through every single part of the best parts of Canada.
Yeah,
and it makes you tear up because it's so emotional how beautiful Canada is. I love it. But Epcot has Ratatouille as well. I love Ratatouille.
See, I was disappointed by Ratatouille only because I went to the one in France, and the one in France is newer.
It's the same ride.
Yeah, no, I know.
But France was first. The French one was first.
Oh, I felt like France was the smoother one out of the two.
The ride was such a hit in France, they brought it to America. The French one was the first one. That was put in 2013, from what I can remember. Because when I went there with my mum and my middle brother, it had only just been opened. It's a fantastic. I too probably agree with you. It might be smoother, maybe because it's used less.
Maybe, yeah.
I have to say, this conversation is right over my head.
Yeah,
sorry, mate.
We got to take you to Florida, Brian. We got to do it.
I'm the third wheel.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to take you. I'm gonna have to take you there, Aki, just for the Canada ride, even though you live in Canada.
Well, hopefully, obviously, I'm coming back in April because it's my nephew's bar mitzvahs.
Yeah,
they're coming out, or they're going to America for a week or two before they're going on the second biggest cruise ship in the world around the Caribbean. Yeah, as their gift. So I might,
which is of course Wonder of the Seas, because I know that.
Because I might actually be going there next year. There's a good chance because I think they are going into Miami or Florida. So I'm sure I will love Disney. I'm sure I will. It's what every kid wants to do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's what every kid wants to do. But let's be fair, every grown-up wants to do as well. Let's not just... How old are the kids again, James?
8 and 11 now. His birthday was out on while I was in America. He had his birthday out there.
Perfect age to take them as well, isn't it, James? Yeah. It's the perfect age.
Yeah.
They've still got that magic of being kids, but they're not... It's not unmanageable.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I think maybe Universal edges it for me, because the rides are just a tad
more adult. They're adult friendly.
Yeah, and they're like older kid friendly. So like Harry Potter is incredible.
Very good ride, yeah.
All of them. What is there, 3 or 4? All of them are fantastic.
Yeah. For me, Universal doesn't have that magic of Disney. I
no, it doesn't.
Blocky. That's why I put Disney above Universal. Some of the rides are good. The Harry Potter world itself is incredible. What they've done.
Escape from Gringotts.
Yeah, great ride.
Incredible.
The whole Brian, you've never seen Harry Potter, but
I've seen 2 of them.
You can buy a magic. You can buy at Ollivander's, the wand shop. You can buy a wand that works in the park, so you can walk around the Harry Potter world and you can flick and it will do stuff. It's amazing. So,
my youngest Fred, he got a Deathly Hallows wand with the skull on it, and my oldest Archie, because it was his birthday, he bought himself just a Universal special wand with his name printed and stuff on it. So
for himself,
yeah, and they were going around all the windows, and like the barking book and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like swinging around, and it's all started by it was amazing, and that's why I think for me Universal was a different experience. I think the older rides you could tell, like there was rides like Fast and the Furious for me was terrible.
Yeah.
Men in Black had the nostalgia, but the ride.
Men in Black ride, though, I love that ride.
If you judge it by just a ride, it's not very good.
Yeah.
Things like that, like Simpsons. My kids loved the Simpsons ride, but I was a bit like, you could tell it was one of the older rides.
Back to the Future as well. It's in the similar boat. I really want to love the Back to the Future ride, but it's not great. And it's really the Simpsons ride was really uncomfortable for me. That's really uncomfortable, and that's how you can tell it's not made for people anymore.
No, I thought
I hope this episode had subtitles for non-Disney going people.
Yes.
Good.
You don't need to know. I don't know half of it, but it was amazing. It was, like I said, it was just amazing to take the kids, to be honest, and they loved it. And I mean, it was hot though. The one thing I would say, it is hot.
You went at one of the hottest times of the year as well in June. Yeah.
We got in the taxi in like an Uber. And the guy was like, "Oh, this is fantastic. It's like 116." I was like, "Fantastic, mate. Take me home into the aircon, mate. Yeah, this isn't fantastic." But it's like a different heat. It doesn't matter what the temperature was out there. You just sweat. The moment you leave that aircon, you just sweat.
Yep.
So we sort of walk outside, sweat.
Good to see you, Robbie. Hopefully you're well, chap. Good to see you. And Stuart is in my boat. I love Epcot. Epcot gives me such a nostalgia. I love Epcot. It's so great.
What's the ride? Oh, it might be Magic Kingdom, actually. Where it takes you a tour from like the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, that's a Spaceship Earth.
Is it? No, I don't think it was. No, it's not. It was about like the man. It's like a carousel.
The Carousel of Progress.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that was one of the things that was like they start off in like for Brian, the guy. They starts off in like the 60s, and he's like.
I'll explain. The Carousel of Progress is what Walt Disney brought to the World's Fair in the early 20s, and it was basically a stage show which moved around a building, so you could have many different shows in the same building at the same time. Watch one show and watch one. It's like, it's brought that, but it's changed. It's fantastic.
They start off in like the 60s, and the guy's going, these guys are talking about turning the light on, and they'll just be lighting the ceiling. And then he goes forward like 10 years. He goes, well, I've got my new electrics, and now I've got my new microwave oven, but they're talking about cars that are going to drive without me starting them. And I was like, it's really good to see just how we've changed as people.
Yep.
Yeah. We got to raise a load of money and go to Disney World for Brian and take him round it.
Well, do you know what? You would have heard something that I put in a group, and I'm just going to talk football very, very briefly about this, because this is something we could do, Ben. A few people in my Levy Out group, not all together, but one of them said it. They started from, I think there's 10 of them, from the very first day that the stadium opened. Like 10 of them they've got a bank account. They put £20 a month in. Just all 10 of them or whatever it is. And what the plan is the second Levy sells the club, they're blowing the lot. There's a party. That's it. It's like, right, time off work. We've got X amount in the pot. We're going nuts. I want to start one up with us lot. And then we can hopefully finance a trip to Disney. That's the way to do it.
Lucky, we'll be 80 by the time they sell it.
Well, Disney will have a lot more rides to go on then. That's good to me.
That's true.
Yeah, but what do you always want to talk about? It's hot, isn't it, James? For the UK, it's hot.
See, because I've come back from the heat, it doesn't feel as bad as it would if I wasn't.
Well adjusted.
Yeah, so I feel like I've been crucified, and now I'm okay.
Yeah.
What is the weather today? What's it hitting?
High
is 28.
28.
Yeah. So hot.
Yeah.
Really nice.
How long are you going to stay here for?
I think it's going to be hot for the entire week.
Nice.
Yeah, hope so. Yeah. Hope so.
Kauffie Company business trip down to Florida for the World Cup in 2020. Let's all go.
Yeah.
Not watch any of the games.
Actually, when's Ian coming to Toronto? Is it July, Ian?
It's next week, I believe.
Is it next week?
I think so. Well, next week is July.
No, you're right. You're right as well, isn't it?
Next week is July.
Yeah, it is.
So technically, you're right, Brian. You're all right.
Ian, reach out to me on Twitter and we'll sort everything out.
Yeah. All the free stuff was fairly good at the time, was still amazing. Yeah, it was great. But
Some of it is a bit older. Like I said, the Simpsons, even the Spider-Man at Paris is better than the Spider-Man at Florida.
I got it right.
If you haven't got my number, Ian, if you haven't got my number, I'm sure you have. If you haven't, ask Ben. Ben, have you got his number?
I've got his number.
Yeah, give him my number.
Yeah, on it. This is networking. This is merchandising. Live on stream. Merchandising.
Okay, give him. I bet he talks to Bob as well. So, you're giving him my number anyway. So, all good. That'd be great to see him.
All done.
That's got meeting at the yard for a game of football written all over it.
Oh hell yeah! Because the Euros will still be on at that point.
So will the Copa America.
Yeah. Double header.
Well, this is the thing. After the England game finishes at about 5 p.m. my time, which is about 10 p.m. your time. I think kickoff's at 8, isn't it?
Time to go to the wing.
Canada kick off at 6, at 11. So I might be doing a double header anyway on tomorrow.
What's the time difference, Brian?
5 hours. 5 hours
Oh,
behind.
same.
Yeah,
So,
so
yeah,
exactly the same as where you were, yeah.
Yeah, I preferred football like that. Football game at 9, football game at 12, football game
Mate,
at
you're up early, mate. You're up early. So it's
you got to remember as well, James, when I lived in England with Alana, any time the game was on, it would ruin our day. Because if it was 3 o'clock, if it was 5:45, it was 8:45.
Yeah.
I want to go out early, and obviously if Spurs lose, I weren't in the mood to go out. Now the latest game, like on a Sunday or a Saturday, is like 12:30 my time. So it finishes by 3, and I've got the whole.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, you get used to it. You honestly watching the game like first thing in the morning, even getting the game done at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's a bit. I'll tell you what. It's a bastard if Spurs lose and you've woke up at 5 in the morning to go there. but mate, I prefer it. It's so much better this way.
At least you can have your breakfast as like being pancakes and bacon.
Oh, mate, it's what we do. It's what we do.
I've got to say, I didn't like that.
Really?
You know what? Pancakes. Yeah,
I like pancakes. I don't like pancakes, bacon, and syrup, and I just.
Oh, mate. But you know what I found out moving here? I thought what my mum made on pancake days were pancakes. They weren't. They were crepes.
Yeah, crepes. Yeah.
I much prefer pancake. I'm not that big on, but give me waffles all day long.
Yeah, I like waffles.
Pancakes. I'm not the best. But yeah, I will have maple syrup and bacon on pancakes though.
Yeah,
definitely all day long now. All day long, James.
They're just too thick for me. They're too much, especially for breakfast. We went to like IHOP and stuff and had pancakes, and it was just too much. It started my day off wrong twice.
I love pancakes for breakfast. I love the American diner culture. But we got Nippons in the house. Good to see you. Big up. Good to see you. Yeah, I agree. Start of the games is something I really love. Even those early morning starts, it's cool. Pancake discussion. I ought to leave. You've had a pancake now, Robbie. You've had a pancake. This guy never had a pancake before. At one point last year, we never had a pancake before.
There you go. No, I don't think I'd actually had a pancake till I moved here. I can't remember having I cannot remember having a pancake in England.
Oh, you live near the Ace Cafe, Brian.
Yeah, no, that hasn't been there all my life. But no, I'd always just assumed, me being stupid.
Have you ever been to the Ace Cafe, Brian?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The Ace Cafe is a cafe on the North Circular, and it's where a lot of the hot rodders go for classic car shows, and it's right on the road. It's quite close to you. You can probably it's more near.
I'd had those. You remember like the tea cake ones you could buy you put in the toaster or whatever, like the raisin and whatever. I'd had those, but not like a proper go to a diner and the whole works thing. Big up, brother.
Yeah, good to see you, Anurag. The only time I want shit coffee is when I'm having breakfast at a diner. Yep, I agree with you. It's hot. It's horrific diner coffee. It's horrific. Love American diners. Pancakes or omelets were my weekend at Norm's or Denny's. Ooh. I love diner breakfast. I'm a massive fan of the American massive breakfast. Potatoes, home fries for breakfast.
Yeah, that was. I think because it was Disney and we're so like. I mean, you're you're up and you're out. You're up and you're out, and then to have such a big meal, it kills me off. I'm like, can't be arsed now. So we then went to like Walmart and Target and stuff and bought some cereals. Now cereals, American do good cereals.
They're really bad for you, though.
They're
so
great, though.
bad for
They
you.
don't taste good.
Yeah. Fruit Loops.
They had
Fruit Loops,
no.
Lucky Charms.
I had berries.
Okay. Get any
And they're
Captain Crunch?
basically, you know what they look? They look like. Do you remember? I think we still get them over here. Golden Nuggets.
Yep, Golden Nuggets.
But they're all different flavored fruits. Incredible.
I always think of Vincent and Jules at the end of Pulp Fiction when I picture how American diners look. Correct.
That just makes me laugh. Robbie hadn't had a pancake till last year. I think he's 16 years old, but he's seen Pulp Fiction.
Excellent movie. That's why.
Oh, it's incredible, but that's just wrong.
Yeah.
Well, if I hope my nephews have a pancake before they watch Pulp Fiction. Let's put it that way.
I hope your nephews have had a pancake before you've seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure they have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. Next time when I'm back, I've already told Ilana, but when I'm next back, I will be having a day at the coffee house where we watch it.
My trip to America introduced me to bacon, eggs, and maple syrup for breakfast. The idea turned my stomach, but God, it's so good.
Right.
So good. Chocolate chip, big, thick American pancakes. Hell yeah. Blueberries in your pancakes. So many options. I love fries for breakfast. Yeah.
Their menus are like books.
Yeah.
Absolutely like books. Literally about a 15-page for a menu. It's ridiculous.
Honey bunches of oats is the goat of breakfast cereals. Ooh, that sounds good, actually. Here's a question. Crepes or pancakes?
Crepes. All day long crepes.
Oh.
Let me explain what I'd have on my crepes.
That's the whole point of the show.
Crepes and Marks and Spencer's Kinder Spread.
Okay, yeah.
Unbelievable. That with a bit of Nutella rolled up, I could eat about 15 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your reasoning, Aki?
Mate, listen, I even had a crepe on Friday. We went to a big breakfast chain. I had a halloumi and chorizo olive crepe. They're versatile. Obviously, pancakes are, but the whole fluffiness kind of, they're too stodgy. Give me a crepe, and you can either put jam in the middle or chocolate sauce, sugar. What, mate? You just cannot beat a crepe. You cannot beat a crepe.
Sugar and lemon.
I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. I'm on the verge of putting another Twitter poll out.
Yeah.
I'm on the verge of putting another Twitter poll out.
That's a really good question. Talk to me nicely. It's 7:30 a.m. I could do with a huge stack of maple syrup drenched pancakes. Absolutely. Absolutely. We mess a lot of things up in America, but Jesus effing Christ, we do breakfast the right way. Absolutely. I love American breakfast.
I have to say, Ben, I was trying to work out what that meant, and you got it straight on like some kind of abbreviation guru.
I am an abbreviation guru, as well as being big time and the highlight reel. 2 new nicknames. Yeah, we got Auntie Kate. Congratulations on 1 year of the channel.
Very
good
much
to
so.
see you. Hopefully you're well. We got my mate Greenie. Good to see you, Greenie. Hopefully you're well, my buddy. Good to see you. Crepes, because you can do more with them. They are more versatile. I will give you that. Stuff a fancy American breakfast in a cafe. I'll stick to a spoonful. Ooh.
Yeah, there's no compare. I'm sorry. I don't mind American, but there is no comparison to English bacon, egg, sausage.
James, I've got a question for you now because you've been there. I, as a good Jewish boy, I love my bacon. Love it.
Yeah.
When I first moved to Canada and I asked for a full English and I got that shitty, streaky bacon.
I like streaky bacon.
I was like, what is this? No. The first thing I do when I get back home is go to my local greasy spoon, and I get a full English. Ryan Isaacs has seen how much I eat in a full English. I get triple bacon, triple sausage, 2 egg, beans, hash browns, black pudding, onions, halloumi.
Oh.
Mate, I eat as much English bacon as I can whilst I'm there. And sausages, because they don't compare to over here.
I think American bacon is great, but they overcook it.
No.
They overcook it. I love it. The reason I love the English style bacon is because it's malleable and it's chewy and it's got that saltiness to it. I think if they didn't make the bacon ultra crispy, I think it's clear. I think
There's-
They use pea meal bacon. It's better. That streaky bacon is ridiculous.
and Canadian bacon. What the hell is that? That's ham.
Mate, it's the pea. But I'll tell you what, Bobby K gets good bacon. Bobby K gets good bacon.
Jimbo.
Big up, Jimbo. Who I've just found she has the same birthday as my dad, of all people.
Yeah.
July the 12th. So good. Happy birthday for you upcoming. Mate, English bacon is, or we get English bacon, really, don't we? So our bacon by a country mile, but actually
much saltier.
Oh, mate, that's one of the best things about it.
Yeah,
that's the point.
That's one of the best things about it.
Yeah,
halloumi with English breakfast, game changer. Game changer. Tabasco sauce, hash browns, bubble and squeak. I literally, when they say build your breakfast, I'm literally giving you one of everything.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing that American bacon is good in, or better in, is burgers.
Oh, absolutely, it's better. It's fat.
No, that's it. That's the only thing that I can kind of go, oh yeah, their bacon's better. Their turkey bacon was nice, but their bacon was too much.
Here's the thing. I prefer a European breakfast to English breakfast every day of the week. I love the European breakfast. I love the Italian breakfast of an espresso and like a really lovely sweet thing. I love that because I've got mostly a sweet tooth, and it's like it feels so. Well, in Italy, you can have that. You eat more in Italy. You could have an Italian breakfast and then an English breakfast because the meals are so much lighter. That's why they eat 4 or 5 times a day, whereas we're stuck with 3. We eat 3 times a day. We eat too much. So I have 5 meals.
When I'm abroad or in Europe and I'm in a hotel and you have the breakfast buffet and everything, I always end with a bowl of Greek yogurt and honey, then a bowl of Greek yogurt and fruit, and then a bowl of Greek yogurt, honey and fruit. Yeah, that's how I end my my breakfast every single time when I'm in Europe or like in the Mediterranean hotels.
Ever tried white pudding? I don't see it often ever in England maps. I've never tried white pudding.
I think isn't it Scottish, is it?
It might be, yeah. Breakfast at a diner in New Mexico and Colorado is a religious experience. I love a diner breakfast. I absolutely love it. Bacon and mac and cheese. They do love their bacon in America.
I've got to say as well, that's another thing. I was so disappointed with some of their mac and cheeses.
Yeah.
There's different restaurants. One of them is some of it's like horrendous, and some of it is like unbelievable.
Florida, the quality of food in Florida is terrible.
I hit or miss.
Yeah,
James, did you? I fall for every time I come home and go to the Greasy Spoon for that fry up. I make the same mistake every single time because the jet lags hit me, and you'll know what I'm going through. Like you said, when I have this, no matter what time I land, I have 5 or 6 coffees. And then when I get the bill, it's extortionate. And I'm like, why so much? And they're like, you've had 6 coffees. And I'm like, yeah, and then I remember in the diners, it's free coffee, like refills. Yeah. And I've had like 6 of them. And I'm like, I've done it, haven't I? They're like, when you live here, mate? And I'm like,
yeah.
No,
I've got a video I can send you. It's my 8-year-old, and their drinks machines are different, ain't they? They have flavouring for every drink you want.
There's a peach flavoured Sprite.
Yeah, so he was obsessed with that. So he went up he said, like, what shall I get? I said, get whatever you want. He was like, okay, I'm going to make a special one. I was like, all right. He went up there and he went on Coke, put every flavour of Coke, went on Fanta, every flavour of Fanta, Sprite, in the video, we're just laughing our head off. He turns around, he drinks it, comes back all smiling. I'm like, how was it? He went, it's disgusting.
This is a really good question from Robbie. If you could only eat food from one country, which one would it be?
Does that mean
I want the
like
chat
pizza?
as well.
Does that mean you can't have pizza because it was made in Italy, or can you have pizza like English pizza, like Domino's and stuff?
Domino's is shit. You don't want to eat that.
No, but I mean, does it mean like you can whatever you can buy in England?
Italian food, French food, German.
Okay.
Nationality.
Oh, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one.
We're going to start you first. What if you could choose?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Watch food of what country?
Okay, this one. So I would say Indian would be my go-to.
Yeah.
I look at it. And you know what? As much as I love my Indian, I don't think I could live without Chinese.
Ooh.
I don't think, because of all the seafood and everything. I love an Indian. Like if I go out with a mate, or like we do, Ben, it's always we'll go for a curry, whatever.
Yeah.
And I love it. But to only eat it every single day, and more importantly, not eat the rest.
Well, Indian food is very, very versatile, though.
Yeah, it is. But China, the way I'm when I go to when I go to an Indian, I have a vindaloo. Like it's set in stone, basically what I'm going to have.
That's the problem.
But with
You always
Chinese,
have a go-to of what you
yeah.
eat.
But the thing is, with Chinese, when I go to, I love my seafood, and I mean your mussels, your lobster, your crab, the Chinese, when it comes to seafood, are on a different level. Obviously, you can get all the good lobsters and stuff over here in certain parts of America and Canada, but that's not a cuisine. I would have to say, I think I'd have to say Chinese. Indian is my favorite, but I don't think I could live without Chinese.
James, what's your answer?
So I have two.
Yeah.
I could never live without a roast dinner.
Yeah.
Like never. Those cold walks through the forest to come home to a roast dinner is what life is made for. Does Australia count as barbecue?
Shrimps on the barbie, mate.
As well.
Shrimps on the barbie, mate.
Barbecue, yeah. Australian barbecue or Greek barbecue is amazing.
Greek barbecue's good, yeah.
So I'd go barbecue or like roast dinner. So depending on the weather.
Yeah. All the Med seafood is good. Yeah.
So do you know what? I could go Mediterranean. That's the thing. My favourite meat in the world is lamb. Like if someone says it's your last meal, I don't even need to think about it's lamb without even a second of a thought. But seafood is just, especially in this weather.
The thing is with the Chinese, I don't have it so often. I couldn't imagine having it every day. I think I would hate it because I think it'd be too much.
I had a good Chinese on Saturday night. It was really good.
Yes,
really good.
When we flew on.
The way I did it is I tried to think what I could, not my favourite, like what could I not live without?
Chinese food in Canada is far better than it is.
Oh, mate, that's the other thing, yeah. When I took Ilana, when we lived in England, I took her to some nice shops. She's like, your Chinese food here is shit. I was like, what are you talking about? It's just, you come over here, Jesus Christ, it's like, how are these two even the same culture? How are they? It is a million times better. Maybe that's not James.
Let's see what people in the chat are saying. Jim is correct in saying Italy. Shem is saying Turkish, so he's going for his own culture because I know Shem is Turkish. Kate is going
lovely,
Greek.
Man. Greek, Turkish.
In doubt, go with the fusion. We have, I'm torn between Indian and West Indian, which is interesting.
That's very anti-East Indian, Kuva.
Yeah, very. English food is home comfort, roast dinner, full English, and mostly stealing from other people's cultures. Greece,
fish and chips. What about fish and chips? Does that count as English?
No, that's as English as it comes.
No.
What are you talking about?
No. Because
let's start with domestic on this.
No. You need to back your own culture, Brian. Who brought fish and chips to the UK?
Mate,
listen. Who brought fish and chips to the UK?
Listen, as I would say,
Scandinavian Jewish people.
Let me just tell you.
We invented
that. I'm going to tell you a famous philosopher by the name of Avi in Snatch, who says, fish, chips, cup of tea, bad food, worse weather, Mary effing Poppins. He said it. It's English. Done.
No, it's not.
It is.
We created it, Brian. It's our
We created it, but it is the English. Well, actually, a tikka masala is actually the English fucking favourite dish.
Tikka masala is an English thing because we invented it in this country.
Sorry, fish chips is in England.
There is a reason fish and chips is eaten on a Friday night. It's because the Jews invented it.
I've never looked at it that way.
The Jews invented it.
Oh, my God, I've just had that. You know when you learn something new?
Brian.
My mind has just been blown with that statement there.
You can't deny it. You can't deny it.
That is a compelling piece of evidence you've just submitted.
Yeah, I'm sorry, though. Fish and chips would always be English.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him.
You don't go to the seaside and not have fishing. Every seaside has fish and chips.
Fish Friday. We invented it.
Banging.
Invented it.
I like a nice haddock.
Fish on a Friday night after you come home from synagogue. And afterwards you'll have a chillin' in the morning. Jewish cuisine. Big up.
As much as I do like our cuisine, it wouldn't be the one cuisine I would choose. You'd be dead soon with all the fried stuff.
Hell yeah, you would.
Be dead.
You would be dead. Italian food and there's Italian American food. Both are so good. I love Italian food.
Italian is good. Italian is great.
Ben is spot on about the fish and chips. He's 100%. Of course, I'm always right. I'm the best. The highlight reel. HL Cough.
Mate, you might need to get a bigger bucket hat for your head.
But yeah. But it's one of those things that the UK food is a melting pot because so many people have invaded. You go from the Normans to the Anglo-Saxons to the Vikings, all the different cultures that have been here. And because of it being that sort of port trading area, it's an amalgamation with so many things, which is right about most English dishes. Scotty M, good to see you, Scott.
Brother, you spelled Brian the incorrect way.
Good to see you. Good to see you. We have Angus. Commiserations, Angus. Hopefully you're doing okay, buddy.
Mate, you know what? I've missed. So the Euro started last Friday, didn't they? No, not Friday, just gone Friday before. Speaking to Lana, I think I've seen 4 games.
Yeah.
And I've seen...
I was speaking to my brothers on the coach on the way back to the airport. England were playing. And I actually turned it off. I turned it off and looked out the window. There's better time looking at space centers and stuff. I was just like, nah, this is horrific. I can't do it. It's horrific.
James, I don't know if you watched any of the Copa America. Scott M certainly would have watched it. After England's humiliation against Denmark, I was excited because Canada were playing in the Copa against Argentina. And I said, you know what? I guarantee, and I watched it with Tom81, who we were just, what's that? I had more fun and excitement and saw more attacking, free-flowing football from the Canadian team, who are a bunch of nowhere near the standards of what England have got. During the match as well via Twitter, the Canadians did more in 90 minutes, and especially the first 45, than England have done in 180.
And I'm going to say this, Brian. Jesse Marsh is a better manager than Gareth Southgate.
Well, do you know what? Honestly, when Jesse took over, obviously, I don't know. I can't confess to knowing as much Canadian football as Scott M, Bobby Kay, whatever. But since I've been here and they qualified for the World, it's certainly improving. And it's kind of like they're kind of like when you look at the Cameroon at Italia 90 or the Jamaican bobsleigh team in Cool Runnings. They're like that underdog that just come, even like they did in the World Cup. They came, they played. They made so many chances. They just didn't take them, and then the bigger teams just go right. One chance, one goal, shot, one goal.
Yeah.
Jesse March, he's only been there a few games, and I thought he was going to change their style of play.
Yeah.
But Canada were magnificent for a lot of the game, and they were very. I mean, I'm more looking forward to watching Canada tomorrow than I am England.
England is so boring. I actually despise England now. I was speaking to my brother. He was like, "Nah, like England before a top." I was like, "You must be mental. I hate England. It's actually a waste of my time."
Yeah.
I try to support it, and I try to give he's going up to London and really getting involved. I'm like, "Oh, fair play," but I can't be arsed. What's the point?
It's making a bobsled team.
Mate, you look at mate. It'll be the same. England will qualify for the World Cup over here.
Yeah.
Loads of English will come over. Everyone will be like, this is our year. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We've got this. We've got that. And they'll flop again. It's what we do. And like I said, I mean, I don't even know if I don't even want to talk about England, but I don't care. That's where it's got to.
I have a question on Davis, the striker for Canada.
Yeah, Jonathan David.
Is he actually any good?
Okay, so this is where me and Scott made this. So put it this way. I've been saying since February that he's going to come to Spurs, or that we're going to be heavily interested
Jewish sounding, not Jewish person in the world.
Now, what he has got is bags of pace.
Yeah.
He's got power, but do you know what? The kind of finishing he's got is, I'm not saying he's as lethal as Jermaine Defoe, but you know when Jermaine Defoe was instinctive? Like if he has time to, if he doesn't have time to think, he'll smash it in the top corner. But if he's running clear through on goal, it's like, do I dink it? Do I round him? Do I put it in the...
Okay.
He needs to work.
Canadian Richarlison.
No, but this is the thing. I think Richarlison has got the shithousery. I think Jonathan David with the right wingers. Don't get me wrong. If we play him on the wing or we play him up front, he has to have the right players around him. There's a lot of people going, "Oh, he's 25 million. He's cheap. He's Canadian. He's done it in the French league." Blah blah blah. I think if Spurs spent the money on Eze and spent it on a number 6, I wouldn't be disappointed if David. I think there's something there. He just does need to work on his finishing, apart from if it's instinctive. If it's instinctive, bang, he'll put it away 9 times out of 10.
And Stuart has a question, which I'm loading the correct video for this.
Is he better than Brian Hill, eh?
Is he better than Brian Healy? Yes.
So Scott M's just put his view, and we're not too far apart with Scott M's view of him. I think he could do. But this is the thing. You got to remember, we're getting into that cycle now where it's why haven't we signed anyone? When is it coming? And then if we sign someone for 25 million from the French league, who's Canadian, he'll be like, "Oh, we haven't had it good from the French league. Oh, it's Canadian. Oh, it's cheap. It's a Levy deal." And don't get me wrong, if we only sign Jonathan David, then it's a really bad window. I mean, striking wise. Mate, you're not in talks with Eze. You're not. You have shown interest, but I know for a fact you're not talking to him. And there's a few Arsenal accounts not just a few Arsenal accounts. That's wrong. There's loads of accounts that just so happen to have a blue tick who are saying this to spark engagement and attention and bringing some money.
He says he's an upgrade over those 4. I would agree.
John, like I said, you know how I feel about Johnson. I think he's going to have a much better season this season, but I think he has a higher ceiling. But the one I want, and everyone knows who I wanted, and he did a lot of good defensive work. I want Tajon Buchanan. No, I want to have. You mean the Golden Glove winner? That one, James. That one.
We know you want him. We know you want him.
I did want him. I don't want him anymore, mate. But no, the Canadian I really wanted, and I've been speaking about him for ages.
He's playing for Inter. He's signed for Inter.
No, I know. I'm saying, please God, he'll leave there in a year or two, because I think Inter Milan I think that was the signing of the January transfer window. Above Radu, Tajon Buchanan is going to be a star. Yeah. He's going to be an absolute baller and a star.
Got a great name as well. I love players with really good names.
Mate, I kept telling Ben Daniel from We Are Tottenham TV about him when I was over. Yeah. And then he was playing FIFA one night. And he goes, I got him, I don't know, he bought him or he got him. Yeah. He goes, oh my God, he has to be like the fastest player in the game. I love him. I play him all the time. And mate, he is in the right team, especially for Ange. Tajon Buchanan, he's like Leroy Sané. Obviously, he's nowhere near Leroy Sané.
A very good player for Inter next season. He is going to be a very good player.
Champions League, you watch him. Tajon Buchanan is going to have a season next season.
It's going to be very good for them. They've got some very quick, very good players, the Canadians. Alphonso Davies. They've got some good players. This is where Brian and I disagree. I do not like Buchanan at all.
I love him. I love him. It was going so well, Scott. It was going so well.
Yeah, it was going so well.
Do you know what, Scott? One thing we will do, if you can't get to the yard, if you can't get to the yard this season or anytime soon, we are definitely meeting up to watch a Canada game in the World Cup together.
Yeah.
100%.
I'd definitely like to go. I need to go to that middle part of Canada. There's definitely somewhere I want to go, but we'll have to see.
We want to go to Canada.
James, when you come, you'll have a welcome party and a welcome committee at the airport for you.
Canadian right back Alistair Johnson is amazing. Ooh,
there's a few. Listen, this is the thing. You got to remember. It's like when Ronnie Rosenthal and Al Berkovic and all these, and from any smaller nation,
Yeah.
these players start coming in. They're like, Canada? They don't even play. It's not even there. And obviously, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would have been one of those people 10 years ago. Like, what the hell are you talking about, Canadian footballer?
Canada's is a melting pot of loads of great footballing countries. The French,
and I'll tell you what.
Italians,
Ben, the thing about it as well is when I came here and I wanted to see, obviously, get affiliated with Toronto Spurs or Canada Spurs, it was then. I didn't know how big Premier League football was here. Yeah. Obviously, it's you hear it in America. You hear that it's like this massive sport. I am blown away by how much, like we've got pubs over here. There's an Everton supporters pub near us.
Yeah.
They get the like there's a Villa. There was a what other team? Like you name it, Crystal Palace. There's a Crystal Palace pub. Like the Premier League in this country. And you got to remember with Spurs we had Paul Stalteri.
Yeah.
So that put a lot of eyes on Canada or Canadian eyes on Tottenham. It's massive here. It is, and it's only great getting bigger and bigger with them now going to the World Cup for the first time in years. Being at the Copper, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Scott or Ian. I think it's Canada's first time ever at the Copper, or at least for a very, very long time. Now they're hosting a World Cup.
Yeah.
Toronto Spurs do a lot of work with a charity where for underprivileged kids that can't afford to pay to go to football camps, we help this charity, and it's becoming a massive sport in this country. Massive.
But it's like what I said before, Aki. It's a melting pot. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. It's a melting pot of hundreds of different nationalities that all play football, and they're all in one place, and they're all going to play football with each other. Loads of South Americans in Canada. There's loads of these different nations and it'll work if they put money towards it.
It's definitely growing in that sort of area. Even when we was in America, we went Chili's for dinner, and it was packed for the USA Brazil game. Yeah. Packed. It was really good.
It's massive. It's big business. And obviously, the MLS now, they've been getting the Beckhams, the Gerrards, the Rooneys,
Messi.
And stars from Messi and stars from all over the world. Because you got to remember, American football, the American Football League is in
MLS. MLS is a retirement league. Still.
No, but you go back in a time. There was George Best. There was Pele.
Yeah.
The big names were here. Then obviously there was that hiatus where no one really came. Now it's huge on this side of the world. You go below, we're saying, who would have thought Cameroon in 1990 and other teams that have got in the World Cup, Ghana when it was in South Africa. It's just such a magnificent sport that compares to nothing.
I think it's the MLS has the same problem, has the salary cap problem. In fact, the moment they get rid of salary caps, that's when the MLS will explode.
I was talking to somebody about this while we was out there, and he said the problem that he thought is they're not ready for football. All their money and investment goes into like NFL stadiums, their football stadium,
NHL as well.
Yeah, all their football stadiums are like 10,000, so they're not ready for sort of football or soccer to take off, really.
Yeah.
Well, Ed, with this, I mean, first of all, the way they've got around his contract, the contract he's got with Inter Miami, the amount of money he's making off of Apple and Adidas is just ridiculous to compensate that. But there's tickets like I've been speaking to people that have been going to their MLS games for their team, whatever it may be, and tickets can be anywhere from, let's say, $75 upwards. Tickets for when Messi and Inter Miami are coming in are going to for minimum $800, mainly over $1,000 for one ticket just to go see the man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and you got to remember he's playing with Suarez as well. Suarez, they're back together.
Yeah,
even their shirts are the same prices as our shirts. So like 120 quid an adult and like 80 odd quid a child.
Yeah. Have you seen, though, James, all of them, every single team is made by Adidas.
Yeah.
They have a whole deal with Adidas, and it's like, right, which if the Premier League brought that in, it meant we got away from Nike, sign me the hell up.
Yeah. Well, we went to the premium outlets, and the only one that had football or any sports shirts was Adidas. No one else even had them on them. Not Under Armour, no one.
Yep.
Miami home games are ghost towns when he ain't playing. It's a problem.
Yeah.
He'll never take off like people hope. Prinfondar.
Oh, look who's here.
Good.
Colin Crossamano.
Crossamano. Wouldn't watch MLS if they were playing in my back garden. You never know. It could explode. It could explode.
It could do.
But we got 3 minutes left. What are we going to chat for 3 minutes or 2 minutes now? We've got one more thing we can talk about before we end the show.
I'll tell you what. Has anyone done what I'm about to do with Alana this evening? We're going to one of those restaurants where you eat in pitch black.
No, I've never done it.
Pitch black. Like when you walk in, you have to hold on to your waitress or server, sorry, and then your whatever. You have to literally hold each other to get to your table. You know the menu before you go in, and you literally, it's like having the experience where you've got to let your senses do the work, but also the people that lead you the way, the waitresses and the servers, where we're going, they're all blind.
Yeah, it's the same as the one in Israel.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it. I am so looking forward to this. All I know is I'm not wearing a white T-shirt because I'll come out looking like a Jason Pollock.
That's what I was about to say. I could just bake the dinner in the light.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the addition of Jacob Fatu.
Mate, that was crazy on Friday.
It's a really good addition. Absolutely. But on that note, guys.
With that, one thing. Have you been to the Hulk Hogan shop on Florida?
No.
It's quality. It's really, really good.
James, I'm going to send you a Twitter how that mighty man has fallen. There's a video did you see the video on Twitter?
No, I haven't, no.
I'll send it to you. Basically, he's in a Hooters and he's holding a fake WWE belt and then he pretends wrestle. It's just cringe as fuck. He's like in Hooters dressing up, mate. It's the mighty have fallen. It's
not great, is it?
No.
Well, we went in the shop. Oh, sorry.
Well, go for it, James. Go for it.
Well, we went in the shop and he was selling like his merchandise and bits and pieces like that. And he had his boots from WrestleMania in there. And I was like, I would love to buy it. I was like, how much are they? I went there and he signed them and stuff and he wore them at WrestleMania. But they were like something like 100 and something thousand pounds. I was like, mate, you're not that big. Like, I'm sorry. No wonder you've got them in this shop because no one's going to be buying them.
How much were they?
100 and something $1,000.
Jesus fucking God. I thought you were going to say you saw The Rock, and then I was going to absolutely kill you for not calling me.
I'd beat him up.
Hulk is falling off a cliff. But on that note, guys, it is time to end the show. We will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. for your usual time at the Kauffie Company. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a great rest of your day. James, catchphrase.
I don't know. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. That's not a catchphrase. But thank you to James and Brian for coming on as always. Have a great rest of your day. Take it away, Aki.
I will say, first of all, thank you for doing Evening Brews tonight.
Yeah.
And I will say, and as always, Levy out.
And if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage